With your altcoins and the entire crypto market being completely decimated, there are some massive buying opportunities right now. We're going to be talking about a couple of those cryptos that I am currently adding to my portfolio. Let's get into it. So today I bought a crypto called TAO. I bought $10,000 worth. And the reason why, and we're going to put this in perspective, but the reason why is because it just had its first halving. It works like Bitcoin, but it's a decentralized AI play. Meaning the tokenomics, they work very similar to Bitcoin, but there's a reward system that I want you guys to understand. People that are building on the TAO ecosystem, what they're able to do is go build on this ecosystem, get support from TAO, and TAO will also pay them in TAO. Now, also, you got to think about who owns it, who's buying TAO, right? How come maybe you haven't heard of TAO? Well, you got to look at this company called Grayscale. If you haven't looked at Grayscale, go look them up. But they are the largest crypto-backed financial firm in the world. We're not talking about BlackRock. BlackRock's not a crypto firm. Grayscale is purely just crypto. And quick sidebar here, the other day I was making a video with you guys before I get into the other couple of cryptos that I'm going to be buying. I made a video with you guys that if you don't have any money, find things in your home that you can sell. Well, remember there was 2 dirt bikes in here. Those are gone. All of that money just went to help me buy that $10,000 worth of TAO. If you haven't looked at Grayscale, you haven't looked at TAO, go do your research on TAO. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about TAO. Next crypto that I'm adding is internet computer. And the reason why is if you look back all the way to 2021, or the peak of the bull market last cycle, and you go from there all the way to here, there have only been, I can't even count them on one hand. I'm sorry, I can count them on one hand. How many times we've seen ICP go under $3. The lowest we've seen it go is that flash crash back in October 10th, just a few months ago. It went to $2.06. No one was able to buy it though because it was bought up by AI. You know, the algorithms that beat us to the punch on these massive wicks down. I call them liquidation wicks. And I was telling my following yesterday, ICP will easily go back to $15, $20. I think in the future it's a $50 token, maybe even $100 if it really, really builds over the coming years into 2030 and 2035. But people that were buying it at $12 and $15, that same $1,000 you spent is getting you 5 times the amount of ICP today. So I think it's a great time to dollar cost average. All you gotta do is go back and look at the chart. You can see that anything under $3, it was very rare that happened, and when it did, that ended up being one of the best buys you could ever get on internet computer. Next is going to be Chainlink. Chainlink is 100% the oracle of crypto. It is the data collector of crypto, privacy. There's a lot of things that Chainlink does, and they have a 85% market share. Even if that goes down to 40 or 50% in the future, you're talking, I think, a few $100 billion in market cap for Chainlink, and it's currently sitting at about $11, $12. Remember, you guys, the money that's made that's going to change your life in crypto is not going to come from you buying when things are already up 3, 4, 500%. It's going to come from when we're down 80, 90, 95% on your cryptos on a year. Some of them on the all-time. By the way, anybody wants to buy a snowmobile, we got a 2020 RMK 850 with the turbo boondocker ready to go. Because I put my money where my mouth is, and when I see value like this, when I see TAO at $2, I mean $200, $230, when I see ICP sitting at under $3, it's just, to me, it's the biggest buying opportunity ever. And this depreciating asset here that I can get 5, 6 grand for could turn into 50 grand by just buying some WorldCoin, which is next. I'm gonna turn because the wind's bothering me right now. There's a lot of wind out here. Next is going to be WorldCoin though, and the reason why, I don't have all day to tell you this stuff, but I'm going to tell you the main reasons why WorldCoin. Number one, artificial intelligence. I think it's clear that AI is here to stay, and I think it's going to be a massive narrative, not just in the stock market, but in the crypto market in the future. So again, I'm going to double down on artificial intelligence tokens regardless. But then you got to think about the connections to WorldCoin, World Network, right? And tools for humanity. And well, who funds tools for humanity? OpenAI. And OpenAI has become too big to fail. OpenAI is too important to fail if we want to be the winners in AI in the United States. There's a big race with, you know, all the countries in the world, but mainly China, to be the AI superpower. AI is going to be not only an innovation, but a massive weapon. And we need to make sure that we are on the forefront of AI. We cannot lose the AI race. And so the currency of OpenAI is WorldCoin. And although that's not publicly stated yet, as this ecosystem grows, it will be. It will be the token of ChatGPT. It will be the token of Sora. And when it's backed by a company that's becoming too big to fail, but it's still early, I think to myself, why wouldn't I want to own that? Not to mention, the only way to scale AI and privacy and proof of humanity, which is something that we've talked about, if you follow me, and follow me because we're going to talk about this some more, but make sure you click the follow button. Proof of humanity is going to be very important when it comes to artificial intelligence in the coming 2, 5, 10, and 20 years and beyond. We're going to need to know that, well, that's a real human logging into this account. And that is what WorldCoin is focusing on. Also a UBI aspect, because as AI grows, you're going to see over the next 5 and 10 years, at least 100 million jobs estimated gone, replaced by artificial intelligence. There's going to need to be a way to fund these humans that can't get a job anymore. The world is changing, and you have to open your mind and go down that rabbit hole, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. Next, I'm going to be looking at Aptos. And I've been buying Aptos for a while now. I've been buying it since about $2.80. And while the connections to BlackRock, the fact that BlackRock is building on their platform, they're actually building a tokenization layer on their platform, and you got Larry Fink. And if you guys are new to crypto, for those of you that are really new, Larry Fink is the CEO of the largest asset manager in the world that manages $13 trillion. That's half the gold market cap, right, in assets. And he talks a lot about tokenization, and they have partnered with Aptos. And then if you look at the chart, you're starting to see just unbelievable buys that are going to be generational. People are able to lower their cost average that were buying stuff that was 5x higher, 7x higher, 10x higher, just by a couple of $1,000s or even a couple of $100, depending on how much you first bought. You're able to lower your cost average by 50, 60, 70, 80% because of how decimated these low caps have been. But what triggers me is no matter what the crypto, this was yesterday, look at the chart here. Look at the pattern on Bitcoin. It's the same on Optimism, which is another one that I'm buying. It's the same on Chainlink. It's the same pattern. It's the same on WorldCoin. They all work together. They're all in tandem together. These projects that look the same, when you look at the chart, you can see Cardano, TAO. There's so many different cryptos that look very similar to this. That's because those cryptos that all move in tandem together, they're the chosen ones, and they're going to all move upwards together as well at some point. So we got TAO, we got ICP, we got Chainlink, we got WorldCoin, we got Optimism. These are the cryptos that I'm currently buying. And a lot of people ask me, well, why are you not adding to your low cap bags at this point? Well, the reason being is because low caps are meant for 10% of your portfolio. And they're also the most risky out of all cryptos, where 70 to 80% of my portfolio has been in large and mid caps. And if you followed me in the comments, so everybody knows, I've said this a million times, have I not, right? And when you look at large cap and mid cap cryptos, they give you the opportunity that a low cap crypto was giving us. I'm going to take that opportunity because there's a better chance that these larger projects that I'm talking about are here in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, versus a quick up, take some profits, hope that it turns into something big. So when I can get a 10 or 20x on a low cap, but I can also get a 10 or 20x on a large cap or a mid cap, something that's worth billions of dollars already, that's connected to OpenAI, right? Or that's connected to BlackRock, that's connected to real money and real institutions, and I can still get the same returns. I'm going to allocate my money, a larger portion of my money when I'm dollar cost averaging to those projects. Now, once those projects are up hundreds of percent, I may start looking at low caps again, because that's where more opportunity will come. But right now, the safe but really optimistic opportunity is coming from the projects that I just listed, and many more that we'll be talking about, because every couple of weeks I switch up what I'm buying. I dollar cost average these, I dollar cost average these. But I'm going to leave you with this at the same time. I'm always buying Bitcoin and I'm always buying XRP for the long run. I'm going to have a dollar cost average no matter what. I'm not going to pick and choose on those two. I'm going to continuously buy those. And also, Chainlink is in that category as well. I've been continuously buying Chainlink, even though I'm dollar cost averaging more right now. I've been continuously buying Chainlink. So those 2, 3, I'm going to keep on buying no matter what and where the price goes, because long term I think they're going to be behemoths. So hope that helps. Go check it out. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. Glad you're still here. Let's go get it.